Is every guy you've ever met named Nick ultimately the same guy? I submit that he is, and I'm okay with that, because why? My name is Nick. You know, I definitely believe that your first name that you're given, the name that you go by, often matches your personality and your identity. Like Jen, for example, short for Jennifer. Any girl you've ever met named Jen, what are you thinking about right now? She's nice. Everybody loves her. She's everybody's friend. Who would ever say anything bad about Jen? They can't. It's Jen. Everybody loves her. My name's not that way. Nick is not one of those names. And let me unpack what it means to be a Nick. And I want to see if you agree in the comment section. I'll let you be the judge of this. Based on who I am and every other Nick I've ever met, there's not a lot of us. That's the first thing about Nicks. There might have been one in your entire grade in school. There's always going to be a Matt, Chris, Steve. But Nick, no, we stand out because there's not a lot of us. And our name, it's a quick but a strong name. Nick, right? So it stands out. Typically, we're a little bit more ethnic than maybe other guys. We've got roots in Chicago or somewhere in the Northeast. For me, it was Kenosha, Wisconsin. My grandfather, my Italian grandfather, who through our DNA test revealed more than anything he was Jewish and Middle Eastern. But you know, I've got those roots that go back there. So part of my culture, despite growing up in the South, is going back to Chicago, is going back to that mentality of that. And along with Nick is this, you know, hey, I've got something going on over here. You wanna take a look? You're welcome to join me if you want to just kind of take a look. I know all of them. They're doing something else. They're doing another thing, but just want to check this out. I think you'll appreciate what you see over here. Just come on, right? We've always got some kind of agenda, some kind of plan. We're always schmoozing, trying to figure out a way. Despite what the rest of the world's doing, we don't have to rely on them. We don't have to depend on the system to get what we want. We can find another way to do it. It's not illegal. It's not illegal. No, it's just a way of outsmarting kind of the system and finding our own way to get where we're going. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not illegal, right? So part of our identity is we definitely know who we are. Emotionally, we know how to control our emotions. Therefore, we know how to control other people. We have an ability to manipulate other people, for better or worse, because we understand our own emotions better and we don't let other people emotionally affect us. We know how to talk to people in a way to help get what we want. Or if we want to help someone for the better and they can't help themselves, we know how to give them that pep talk that's going to actually propel them to get the job done. Because we are a bit direct and forceful, and we know how to help control their emotions. If you see us acting emotionally, by the way, it's probably us acting, because we know emotions so well. We're probably manipulating you if we're acting emotionally. Just being honest with you, that's how we operate. All right, so let's talk about the social aspect of Nicks. We don't depend on society like most people do. In fact, we are pretty distrustful of society. We don't trust the system. We unplug from the system. We find our own way of doing it. It might not work for everyone, but we can find a better way to do it independently, whatever it is. And because we're loyal people, we're always looking for new recruits to join. Hey, you can think like this. You can be like this. You don't have to do what all of those other people. You can do whatever you want to, but there's another way of doing this, you know. You want to check it out? That's a Nick. That's how we operate. Now, we're very loyal to the few people in our social circle. Now, granted, you can look us up on Facebook. We're going to have lots of friends on there. We're very social people. Don't be deceived by that. We're not extroverts. We're introverts. We need a lot of time and space to ourselves because we are so aware of who we are and how we operate. We need space to always be sorting that out. We don't need a lot of people around all the time. And when we get out into public, you never know the difference because we're so social. We know how to talk to people. We're good at that. But you almost have to think of it as an act almost. We know how to act social even if we're not social. We know how to manipulate the social aspect to ultimately meet our needs. But speaking of, we don't have a lot of friends, not true friends. And we're okay with that. A Nick, you could actually see him dining alone at a nice restaurant and he wouldn't feel insecure about it. He just felt like going out for a nice meal. You can see Nick at the movie theater by himself watching a movie. He doesn't need people around. If he wants to see the movie, he's going to see the movie. That's how independent of a person he is. So if you have a Nick in your life, in your family, or part of your friends, expect them to be extremely loyal to you. They expect the same thing of you. And if they sense that anyone is not someone that they can trust, it's not that they hate them, but it's just that they emotionally cut them off. I don't need that person. I don't have time for them. I only have time for people who have time for me, who are wanting to really be part of what's going on. You're welcome. You're welcome to be part of this. I don't care where you come from, what you look like, what you believe. If you want to be part of what's going on here, come on over here. And if not, do your own thing. And I think that's part of how they see it. They don't need most people. They only need certain people, and they're very deliberate in who they recruit to be part of their social circle. So ultimately, that's the breakdown of Nick. Do you see any truth in that at all? Or am I just being crazy? By the way, if there were a synonym for Nick, it'd be Frank. I think Franks and Nicks are very similar. Again, slightly ethnic, a short, strong name. I just think that Nicks and Franks are old. And you may actually think of some more names. If you think of some more names that ultimately encompass this personality that I'm projecting, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to know. But I don't know, you may have watched this video and think, you know what? I don't relate to any of that. I knew a guy that his name was Nick, and he was just a kind of a quiet guy. I don't think so though. I think Nicks make an impression. I think it's in our nature to be that way. That's what I think. Whereas my middle name is Shane, I think Shane can be kind of more of a low key, but not a Nick. No. So let me know what you think in the comments. If for some reason you like this video, I could sure appreciate you subscribing, because I have to have 1,000 subscribers by February 20th, or they won't let me make any money off this channel anymore. So as far as an agenda, as far as me manipulating, however you want to see it, I could use your help, and that's no joke. Thanks for watching. Thanks for leaving a comment. Even if you hate the video, at least tell me why. It won't hurt my feelings.